There are footballers who play the game, and then there is Cristiano Ronaldo, the man who redefined what greatness means on a football field. His story is not just one of records and trophies, but of iconic moments that transcended the sport. Moments where time seemed to stop, where the impossible was made real, and where Ronaldo's name was etched into history. These are the moments that made him immortal, the moments that made him Cristiano Ronaldo. It all began with a flash of brilliance in Manchester. August 16, 2003, a Premier League debut against Bolton Wanderers. The teenage Ronaldo, with his dazzling footwork and fearless spirit, left defenders dizzy. He didn't score that day, but he electrified the stadium. Old Trafford knew instantly this was no ordinary signing. This was the birth of a phenomenon. Then came his first trophy, the 2004 FA Cup final, Manchester United versus Millwall. Ronaldo rose highest, heading in the opening goal, his first major final strike. At just 19, he had already learned what winning tasted like. It wasn't just a goal, it was a statement. The boy from Madeira had arrived on the grand stage, but it was the 2006-07 season when Ronaldo transformed from a promising talent into a relentless machine. He led Manchester United to the Premier League title, collecting individual awards and dazzling the world with his pace, skill, and lethal finishing. Every step, every touch, every goal, it was evolution unfolding before our eyes. Yet it was the 2007-08 season that changed his destiny. United were chasing European glory. Ronaldo delivered a masterpiece campaign, 42 goals, moments of brilliance that defied logic. His thunderous header against Chelsea in the Champions League final became legendary. As he lifted the European trophy in Moscow, tears filled his eyes. The boy who once juggled oranges on the streets of Madeira had conquered Europe. And then came the crowning moment, the 2008 Ballon d'Or. Ronaldo, still only 23, was named the best player in the world. The golden ball glistened in his hands as he smiled the smile of a man who had outworked the world. But greatness was not enough for him. He wanted immortality. In 2009, the footballing universe shifted. Real Madrid paid a world record fee for his signature, $94 million. The weight of history was on his shoulders, but Ronaldo carried it like armor. His presentation at the Santiago Bernabeu drew 80,000 fans. He walked onto the pitch in white, raised his hand, and the crowd roared. A new chapter of domination had begun. His first Real Madrid goal came, as destiny would have it, in his debut. It was the start of a storm. But the true spectacle began when he faced his greatest rival, Lionel Messi. The world split into two galaxies, Messi's magic and Ronaldo's might. Yet every time doubt crept in, Ronaldo responded with a moment that silenced everything. The 2011 Copa del Rey final, Madrid versus Barcelona. The world watched the El Clásico showdown. In extra time, with scores level, Ronaldo soared into the sky and smashed a header past Pinto. One strike, one cup, one moment of sheer willpower. It was more than a goal. It was an announcement. Cristiano Ronaldo thrives where pressure lives. Then came the 2014 Champions League final, La Décima. Real Madrid's quest for their 10th European crown had haunted the club for over a decade. Ronaldo, at the heart of the mission, scored 17 goals in that campaign, still the most ever in a single season. As he converted the penalty in the final, ripping off his shirt and flexing in triumph, the world stood witness to a warrior who refused to break. And just when the world thought they'd seen it all, 2016 arrived, a year that rewrote destiny. The European Championship final. Portugal versus France. Ronaldo, the captain, was in tears early on, injured in the first half. But even from the sidelines, he led with fire. He roared at his teammates, gave instructions, refused to crumble. When Eder scored that historic winner, Ronaldo's dream was realized. He lifted the European trophy for Portugal, a moment of national redemption. He wasn't just a player now, he was a symbol of a nation's hope. Fast forward to 2017, the Champions League final in Cardiff. Real Madrid against Juventus. Ronaldo, as usual, delivered on the biggest stage. 2 goals, another title, another record. He became the first player ever to score in 3 different finals. The night ended with his 5th Ballon d'Or just months later. Greatness had found its definition, and it was wearing number 7. Then came 2018, and with it, the goal that redefined beauty. Quarterfinals, Juventus versus Real Madrid. Ronaldo, already with a brace, leapt into the sky nearly 2.5 meters high and executed a bicycle kick so perfect it transcended sport. The Juventus fans, stunned by what they saw, rose in applause for the man who had just destroyed their team. In that moment, rivalry disappeared. It was just football in its purest form: art, elegance, perfection. But even gods move on. Ronaldo's next chapter took him to Juventus. In Italy, at 33, many expected decline. Instead, he turned Serie A into his next hunting ground. He scored over 100 goals, led Juve to multiple titles, and became the fastest player in club history to reach a century. His hat-trick against Atletico Madrid in the 2019 Champions League was another masterpiece, a single-handed resurrection. "See!" echoed through Turin that night, as Ronaldo reminded the world, he doesn't play football, he conquers it. And who could forget his international brilliance in 2019, the UEFA Nations League final, Portugal versus the Netherlands. Ronaldo led his nation once again to glory, lifting another trophy, proving his dominance across generations. Then in 2021, the prodigal son returned Manchester United once again. His debut back was magical. 2 goals against Newcastle, the stadium trembling with nostalgia and joy. He had come full circle, but the fire still burned as fiercely as ever. And now at Al Nassr, Ronaldo has transformed into something even greater than a player, an ambassador of ambition, an icon of longevity, a global standard for excellence. Even at nearly 40, he continues to score, to lead, to inspire. His goals light up the Saudi Pro League, his presence changing football's map forever. From the first step over in Manchester to the last strike in Riyadh, every moment of Ronaldo's career has been a declaration of intent, a message to dreamers everywhere. Limits are illusions. He is the only man to score in 5 different World Cups, the first to reach 800 official goals, the record holder for most Champions League goals. But beyond the statistics lies the essence of his legend: unbreakable will. Cristiano Ronaldo's greatest moments aren't just flashes of brilliance, they are chapters of history. The header in Moscow, the free kick against Spain in the 2018 World Cup, the bicycle kick in Turin, the tears in Paris, the roar in Cardiff. Each one a timeless reminder of his obsession with perfection. He didn't just live up to expectations, he shattered them. He didn't just play for clubs, he built dynasties. He didn't just score goals, he made history. Cristiano Ronaldo's legacy is not bound by leagues or trophies, it lives in every roar of a crowd, in every child who dreams bigger because of him, in every believer who learned that greatness isn't gifted, it's earned, one moment at a time. And when football is spoken of centuries from now, one name will still echo louder than all others: Cristiano Ronaldo. A man of moments, a legend beyond measure, a story that will never end.